We can find a nice, comfortable sitting position on our mats, letting our gaze fall down in front of us, closing our eyes. We're just going to take a moment here for ourselves, collecting our thoughts, noticing how we feel, maybe noticing our energy today as well. So just being completely honest, how are you really doing? Not so that we're judging ourselves here in any way, but rather just working with acceptance, knowing that no matter how we're doing, how we're feeling, what type of energy we have, it's totally fine. But this is going to be the starting point for today's practice. Now, with that being said, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, maybe for the whole thing, or maybe an intention for the end of your practice, for how you would like to feel in an hour when we're finished here, then you can do that now. Feel like you have some thoughts around this, then we're actually going to release our intention. Just let it go. Same thing with our feelings, with other thoughts, connections, relationships, other people, situations. We're just going to let it all go. Release those connections and allow ourselves to be here and now. We're going to continue with a short silent meditation. And now the purpose of all meditation is presence, just to be. So all we're going to do while sitting here is just listen and observe maybe everything that is outside of us, but then also maybe what's happening on the inside of us. Here we go. 1 minute. Yogis, very nice. We're going to continue here with activating our internal locks, the bandhas, starting with the root lock, Mula Bandha, the area between our legs, Uddiyana Bandha, the lower abdominals, feeling that length up through your spine, your neck. You can imagine sending the top of the head up towards the sky, and then maybe a little activity, awareness around the throat, the chin slightly down towards the chest without tipping the head forwards. Relaxing the eyes, your face, your jaw, closing our mouth. We're going to start to breathe in and out through the nose, connecting with our Ujjayi, the victorious breath. continuing from here, starting with the head, some slow circles, maybe just doing half circles or all the way around. Just doing here what feels right and nice for your neck. Last breath, and then we're going to start to include our shoulders as well, so beginning to roll them and the head at the same time. The arms, they can join us, just kind of doing their own thing. If you feel like curving and flexing the spine a little bit, then you can go ahead and do that. Really just listening to your intuition and doing what feels nice here. Okay, one final breath. And then coming back to sitting, we're going to continue with the hands. So bringing one hand up in front of us, we're going to start to massage the fingers around the knuckles, the palm, and the thumb. So just squeezing a little bit, massaging, noticing if there's any particular areas where you need to spend a little bit more time. When you're ready, continuing down around the wrist and the forearm. So just a nice little activation and gentle warm-up for the hands and wrists. Okay, changing hands, other side. So we're going to go ahead and shake out the hands here a little bit. Oh. Okay, very nice, guys. Let's come down on our backs. We're going to move the focus a little bit into our core and get some little movement, get a bit of movement around our spine. So from here, feet down, knees up, hands, we're going to place them on the stomach to listen with our fingers and observe what the stomach is doing. On your next inhale, you're going to expand your belly as much as you can. And then on the exhale, you're going to pull all of it in. So the whole front of your stomach and the lower ribs. So pressing each vertebrae in your back down onto the mat, tilting your pelvis upwards. Keep this activation. And then we're going to find these windshield wipers with the knees. So in your own tempo, dropping one or both knees to one side. On the inhale, we're coming up. And continuing here, finding your own tempo, and very nice, Ila. If you want to increase the intensity, you can go up on your tippy toes, or maybe even lifting your feet, or straightening the knees out a little bit. But make sure you have that stomach activated, and when you come up, then you're really pressing the whole lower back down onto the mat. Very nice. One final round here, each way. Coming back to center when you're finished. And then release. One breath. Continuing here to Supta Parangusthasana. So we're going to press the right foot up towards the ceiling. Now it's fine if you have a bent knee, but we're really going to try to straighten out that knee, activating the thigh the whole way around and your leg, flexing the foot, so really pulling those toes towards you. Grab the back of your thigh, your knee, your leg, your foot, wherever you can grab a hold with one hand or two, and then we're going to start to pull this leg towards us. Now this is an active pose, so we're pulling the stomach in, the bandhas are active. Feel the length out through your tailbone, top of your head. Also using your hip flexor here, the front of your hip, to help pull the leg further down. Pulling the shoulder into your back, rotating the biceps towards your face, towards your head, or the back wall. Okay, last breath here. And we straighten out the left arm from the shoulder and then opening up the right leg to the side. So a little counterbalance here. We're going to rotate the knee and the ball of the foot down towards the floor, trying to keep your whole back on the mat. So really using the core, finding the rotation and the mobility in your hips. Last breath. Inside of the thighs on the exhale, pulling together, lifting the leg up, and then changing sides. So the left foot, pressing that sole up towards the sky, active leg, the whole way, really flex those feet, grab a hold where it makes sense for you. Active stomach, hip flexor, help pulling that leg down. Shoulder, biceps, deep breaths, ujjayi, bandhas. And last breath. Straightening out that right arm from the shoulder, opening up the leg to the side. Keep rotating the knee and the ball downwards, downwards, downwards. Totally fine. If you want to bend your knee a little bit here, that can make the pose a lot easier. Deep breaths. 2. Okay, so the previous recording stopped. I'm just restarting it. So press down into the hands, coming back up to sitting, into our Navasana. We have 2 more rounds, negative canoes. Maybe the modified or full exhale coming down. Keep that stomach engaged and the long spine. Press the lower back down, and on the full exhale, laying down. So really slow motions here today, guys. Press down and come all the way up. Finding the pose. Navasana. Maybe straightening all the way out. Very nice. And coming down, 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 and then all the way down. Pressing down, coming up. We're gonna roll over the legs, swing them to the side. Find the easiest way here for you to lay down on your belly. First, some back bends. So starting with Shalabhasana, keep the legs together behind us. Pressing down the tops of the feet, lift the knees, active thighs, glutes, bandhas, hands beside our chest. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Maybe lift the hands. Exhale, coming down. Keep the legs parallel. Inhale, lifting up one more time. Hold, hold, hold. Maybe lift the legs as well. Keep going. And then exhale all the way down. Last time. Inhale, lift up, up, up. Exhale, down, down, down. And release. Shaking the hips a little bit. 2 deep breaths. Okay, nice guys. Moving on to our negative cobras. So press down the hands beside the chest. Same activation in the legs and feet, using the arms to increase the range of motion. So don't forget to really work that back, pull the elbows down and in, rotating the biceps forwards, coming up only as far as what's okay for your back. Keep pressing in, active legs, glutes, back, up, 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 up. Hold as much as you can while you're releasing the weight out of your hands. So we're tipping forwards. Keep going up, up, up. On the full exhale, coming all the way down. Beautiful. 2 more, a little bit faster. Inhale, press down, come up, up, up. And exhale, hold. Tipping forwards. And then all the way down. One last time. Inhale and up. Pull the shoulders down, open the heart, beautiful. Exhale, coming down. Elbows in Ila. All the way down, very nice. Shaking out the hips. 2 breaths. Pressing down, coming back to our child's pose, Balasana. Taking 2 breaths here. Just getting a little stretch and curving the lower back. All right, making our way forwards to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 2-3 breaths here in the pose, just walking it out, finding here what feels nice and right for you. So just listening to your body, your intuition, and making the types of movements that feel very nice. Last breath, straightening out those arms, shoulders to the ears, rotating the biceps forwards. On your next inhale, gazing forwards. Really keep that weight into your hands, bending the knees. And then we're slowly walking forwards, rolling through the soles, spreading the toes. Keep that weight in your hands until you come all the way forwards. Uttanasana, standing forward folds. And then here as well, spread the toes, maybe walking the legs, 3 breaths, fold the arms, twisting from side to side, doing what feels nice for you. On the next exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, folding over. And your next inhale, all the way up. Upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, pulling the hands down. All right, very nice. Taking 1 step back with the right leg, opening up to the side of the mat. So wide legs here. Toes are pointing to the long side, maybe slightly in towards each other. Spread, press down, active legs. Hands are coming to your lower back, the transition between lower back and glutes. Pull the shoulders down, elbows back. setting the gaze up towards the sky. Here we have to start releasing the front body a little bit to open the heart even more. Keep pulling those elbows back, activating the glutes, and we can start pressing the hips forwards. So eventually here, you're imagining that you're gonna be looking behind you as much as you can. But keep trying to find that length in the lower back. Finding more of the opening in the middle and upper back. Keep going, final breath. Inhale, activating the stomach, coming all the way up. Hands to the hips, continuing into a forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to, hands to the floor. Maybe you want to grab your toes or your heels here. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, folding over. 2 breaths. 1. Using the bandhas, keep finding that length. Rather slight bend in the knees and a straight spine than the opposite. Okay, inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the hips. Exhale, pressing down to come all the way up. So, press down again, find some length. The right side body is pulling together, so we're opening up the left into a deep side stretch. Maybe stay here. Keep the legs and hips in place exactly where they are. Stay here if you want to, or we're gonna do a little flow by then rotating the heart and gaze up towards the sky. And on the exhale, leading with the core, coming back through the side stretch and then over the left leg. Remember, keep your hips in place here. Inhale, coming back up through the side stretch, rotating up. Exhale, coming back down and over. One final round. Maybe use the hands on the feet here to come even deeper. Inhale, coming back up, side stretch, rotating, keep the hips pointing forwards. Exhale, folding over, all the way down. Inhale, come up through the side stretch, back to standing, changing sides. 1 breath in between here. Okay. Press down, activate, send some length, opposite side, really pulling together here to open up the side body. In with the stomach, the bandhas are active. On your next inhale, rotating the heart, the gaze upwards. On the exhale, rotating down over the leg. Feel free to grab it to pull yourself deeper. Active flexibility. Inhale, or active mobility, coming up. Rotating. Folding over, using that hip flexor as well, the front of your hip to pull yourself down, 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 down. Last time. Inhale, up, up, up. Exhale, folding over, down, down, down. Inhale, coming up through the side stretch, back to standing, and then relax. 2 breaths. Whew. Okay, nice guys. Take a little bit of water if you need any. When you're ready, coming to the front of your mat, mountain pose, Tadasana. So yogi's choice here if you want to have the knees together or if you want to have some space between them. Yeah, if your knees are together, when we do Utkatasana, then you bring the knees together too. So grabbing the forearms around your elbows or interlacing the fingers, try to keep the palms together if you can. Pressing down, bring the shoulder blades together, open the heart, rotate the biceps forwards, finding that active pose, start leading with the hands away from you, and then we start sitting down into our chair, Utkatasana. Keep leading with the hands here, forwards, 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 folding over into our forward folds with a heart opener. 1 more breath, find a little bit more length and depth. Pull the shoulders down, in, away from your ears, and then dropping the hands to the floor. Vinyasa, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Remember, shoulders, keep them over your hands, stepping back to our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Really press down, keep moving, opening, 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 shoulders away, biceps. Exhale, coming back, downward facing dog. Very nice, guys. From here, 5 scapular push-ups or pike push-ups, you choose. If you do both or just the one. So on your next exhale, pull the shoulders down, bending the elbows towards the mat. Inhale, straightening the elbows, press the shoulders. 2, pulling down and bending, coming up. 3, all the way down and up. 4, Beautiful, and up, last time. 5, down, 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 and up. Really press, 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 press. We're not gonna spend so much time here now. So just continuing straight up, right leg, three-legged dog, lifting up. Find the connection between the hands and your heel, opening up the hip, finding your scorpion leg. Using the hamstring, pull that heel in, pointing the foot. And on your next exhale, keep that knee bent, coming forwards into our tiger curl. Press away from the mat. Use the hip flexor, use your hamstring, pull that in. Create some space underneath you to put the leg down, and then come down with the back knee. And rest. 2 breaths. Very nice. Okay, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. So stay here, hands to the hips in front of your heart or up. You can stay here if you want to. This is a beautiful pose just to hang out, or we can lift the back knee to work a little bit harder. So remember here, guys, press down the front foot, sink the hips, active abdominals. Use your glutes to press forwards while you're straightening out that back knee. So we're making it as hard as we can here. Pressing the fingers up to the ceiling, shoulders to your ears, biceps backwards. On the next inhale, we're gonna straighten the front leg, straightening that knee, coming up, 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 staying up. And then we're gonna fold forwards the longest way, bring the hands in if you need to, coming into our pyramid pose. So an active stretch here. It's fine to keep the knees bent, but we're pressing down, find that length, that flat back, shoulders, biceps forwards, long neck. And then using the hip flexor as well to actively pull ourselves down and over that front leg. Final breath. Bending the front knee, coming into a lunge as well. Finding this diagonal line out through the heel, the top of your head. You can stay here or bring the hands here, here, or forwards. This is the preparation for warrior 3, okay? So focus on the front leg. We're gonna go in now, so you can go straight from here into your warrior 3 or adjust if you need to. So hands on the floor, walk forwards, find that balance, and then come up. From here, if you want to, squats, 3 breaths. So exhale, bending the standing leg. Inhale, press down, come up. 2 more. Down, 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 down. Inhale, come up. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then fold forwards, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And rest. Very nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, pulling the hands down. Okay, so shifting the weight into the left leg, we're gonna lift up the right, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So hands to the hips, maybe we just stay here, working on that balance, or we lift up, we can grab the knee, one hand or both. You can continue, grab the foot or the toes, wherever you want to. So from here, find that strong standing position, the roots spreading out into the floor, up to the top of your head, into the sky. Maybe begin to straighten out that leg. Remember to pull the right shoulder back, rotate the biceps up. Active leg here that we're holding. Use the hip flexor to help come higher and higher and higher. When you're ready, open the leg out to the side. Keep the hips pointing straight forwards, rotating that inside of the thigh up. So you can release the foot if you want to, or keep holding. If you release, use the hamstring to pull the heel in, and then try to meet the ball of the foot on the inside of the thigh for tree pose, pressing in, or use your hand as much as you need to. So straightening up, find that pose, down, up, hands, maybe lengthening up, opening up the arms. Find that little lift in the gaze, your heart as well, activating the back body, the glutes, the thighs, maybe flowing a little bit here in the wind. Okay, final breath. Releasing the pose, full control. From here, you can cross the leg over, creating that number 4, or put the leg down. Crossing over for one-legged chair, or put it down for the full chair, yeah? So on your next exhale, we're gonna lower down. And on the inhale, we're gonna come all the way up. So make sure you're keeping, exhale, come down, the hips underneath you, that long spine. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, all the way down. Stay here. Now feel free to put the leg down or moving into our flying pigeon. So up here, try to straighten out that back leg, or put the leg down and then modify. So normal crow or crane, or just doing a little weight in the hands, leaning forward, lift up one hand or one foot at a time, or maybe do some toe taps. Beautiful, gaze far forward, leaning into the hand. Okay guys, nice, coming back into our one-legged chair. If you had the leg up, placing the foot down, we're gonna find a twist, so towards the right, maybe placing the left elbow on the right knee. Keep those knees together, that long spine. Okay. So moving the weight into the right foot, lifting up the left, take one or several steps back into that deep lunge. Option to put the knee down if you want to. So here, stay or open up the arms. If you want to bind, then you can go ahead and do that, grabbing the fingers. So whatever grip you have, staying here, we're gonna try to walk that back leg forwards again into the chair pose, shifting the weight into the left, so lifting up the right, and then start to come to standing. From here, keep the grip or open up, grab the knee or the foot, palm against the sole of the foot, and then start to straighten out if you want to. If that makes sense, we're twisting towards the right, find that length, maybe straighten out the back arm, and then gazing behind. Now if we're not in the full position, then we're just holding the knee here and looking behind us. Exhale, we're gonna begin to release, coming down, hand to the hip, finding that twist, stepping back again, preparing for our side plank. So the left hand down beside the right foot. Remember, index, middle finger, biceps, spraying the other arm up, stepping back one or several steps. Find that high side plank. Hold, hold, hold. Bending the top knee, placing it down behind us, and then sitting down. One little breath here, preparing ourselves for wild thing. Remember the hand, when we come up, we start with the shoulder over the hand, the biceps forwards, press down, try to get both feet down. Feel free to bend both knees if you want. Sending the hips upwards, the hand is on the hip. Rotating, rotating, rotating. And then maybe straightening the other arm out, and then keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into the pose. Rotate the arm, opening the shoulder. Keep going, final breath. And then exhale, releasing the pose, coming down. Beautiful, yogis. Continuing into our high plank. Leaning as far forward as you want to. The right leg floating over the floor, meeting the right hand. Stay here for lizard pose. Come down with the back knee if you want. Coming down on the forearms. Engaging the core, find that length in your spine. Remember the front leg here, the closer it is to your torso, the heavier, or the more challenging it is for your hips and the glutes, or the more you open it up, the easier it'll be. So just stay here and continue the stretch. If you feel like going a little bit further, then you can. Moving in towards our flying splits. So we're gonna try to work our way under that leg that's in front of us. Bending the elbows, laying on top of the elbows. So here the hamstring, pull that heel in, lead forward. You can of course rest your face down on the floor if you want, and then try to straighten out that back leg, and then lifting up. Holding, holding, holding. Find that breath. Beautiful, Ela. Very nice. Releasing the pose, coming out. Okay. Hands under the floor, stepping the right leg in behind the hands. So coming back into your warrior three, maybe a standing split, or you can work towards your handstands here. So really pressing down, pressing up, activating everything, and then trying to come in. And then find that little balance. Last couple of breaths. Find the presence in the pose, just be here and now. Folding forwards to your forward fold. On the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale and release. Whew. Okay, shake it out. 3 breaths. Take some water if you feel like you need it. And then we're gonna change sides. So this video that I'm recording, it keeps stopping all the time. I'm at least restarting it, so we'll see what we end up with. Coming to the front of the mat when you're ready. Opening up a little bit faster, these sequences that we're repeating, but then we're spending roughly the same time on the opposite side, yeah? So bring the hands together, grab the arms, the wrists, maybe interlacing the fingers opposite this time, palms together, opening up, inhale, shoulder blades, biceps, leading with the hands, sitting down, keep folding forwards, Uttanasana. Dropping the hands on the next exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down, keep the weight into your hands, jump, hop, or float to Chaturanga. Inhale, keep going to that back bend, cobra or upward dog, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, 5 scapular push-ups, exhale down or pike. Inhale, coming up a little bit faster. Exhale and down. Inhale up. 3. And up. If it's going too fast or too slow, then you decide the tempo. 4. And 5. Coming up, press, press, press. Biceps forward, shoulder to the ears, in with the stomach. Hold, left leg is coming up, 3-legged dog. Active, active, active. Open up the hips, scorpion leg. The hamstring, the back of the thigh, pulling that in as much as you can. The glutes lifting the knee up, 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 up. And exhale, come forwards. Tiger curl, pressing away. Hold. Place that foot down. Drop the back knee. 2 breaths. Preparing for our vinyasa. Vinyasa. Preparing for our anjaneyasana, the crescent lunge. So here, coming up. Get ready to work. Deep pose, lifting up. Press, pull, stomach, glutes, shoulders to the ears, biceps backwards. On the inhale, press down to come up, up, up. Exhale and bend the front knee deep, deep, deep. Inhale and up. And down. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, whoo, coming down. Inhale, sorry, I think we did one too many there, but anyways, exhale, folding forwards into our pyramid pose. So active stretch, press into the feet, flat back, shoulders, head, neck, biceps. Deep breaths. Front of the thigh, pulling the torso down towards the floor. Final breath. Bending that front knee, finding the lunge again. So the prep here for warrior 3. Keep the hands down, we'll bring them to the hips, the heart, or straightening out in front of you. When you're ready, moving that weight in and coming up. Stay here, 3 breaths, or exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, press down to come up. 2 more. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Final one, exhale, slowly down, 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 really challenging that ankle. Inhale, coming up, and then folding forwards, Uttanasana. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, pull those hands down. All right, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, standing thumb to foot pose, opposite side. So hands to the hips, find the weight in the right, lifting up the left. Remember, you decide how deep you go. Holding, maybe the foot or the toe. Straighten out if you want to. Hold, hold, hold. Pull that shoulder back, lift that foot up. Beautiful. When you're ready, start opening up to the side. Keep rotating that inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Pull a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. When you're ready, release or keep holding. Yeah, if you release, then use the hamstring, pull that leg in. The ball searches the inner thigh, and then open up. or use your hand to help. Woo. Okay, deep breaths, opening up. Maybe find that lift in the heart, swaying in the wind. 2. Last breath, coming up, releasing the pose, the leg crossing over, creating that number 4, really using the glute to help pull that knee back, flex the foot, exhale, lower down, so one-legged, or bring both legs down, inhale, coming up. 2 more, exhale down, inhale, coming up. Last time, exhale, come down, stay down, so hips down, 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 stay here. Bring the elbows to the shin, flex that foot against the arm, flex the foot against the hand, or the arm, sorry, and then bring down, lean forwards, lifting up, or just doing your regular Bakasana or an arm balance. Beautiful, Leela. As far as you can get that shin up. Yes, yes, wonderful. Okay, coming back to our chair pose, one-legged, and then set the foot down, deeper, finding the twist towards the opposite side. Imagine bringing the elbow to the outside of the knee, in with the stomach, keep twisting, twisting, twisting. Okay, shifting the weight more into the left to free the right, we're gonna send it back. So from here, maybe open up the arms. This is to make it a little bit easier to find the binding. So bring the knee down if you need to. Coming through. Find those fingers. Come back into the pose. Bring that right leg back again. Stay here. Shift the weight into the right. Coming up. Holding. And then maybe extending to go deeper into that standing twist. Or grab the knee or grab the foot underneath and then press and then twist. Finding the full extension as much as what's available for us today. And then we can begin to release the pose, coming out. Dropping the foot down along with the twist. Straighten out the right leg again in your own tempo, opening up the right hand for our side plank. Really press down, rotate, so it's already prepared. Shoulders over the hand, so when we come over here, we're ready for the pose. Hold, hold, hold. Setting those hips up, 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 long spine. And then bend the top knee, place it down behind you, and then down. Preparing for our wild thing. So maybe some space between your legs, keeping them together as well. That'll make it the pose smaller and more difficult. Focus on that hand, press down when you're ready. Coming up. Pull the shoulder in, away from the ears. Rotate that hand. Open, open, open. Use your back, into your back. Pull, pull, pull. Use your glutes. Push, push, push. Use your thighs. Push, 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 push. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. And sitting down. Rest, relax. Woo. Yeah, nice. I saw both of you. You went like up and up and up. A little bit further there. That was really nice. Okay, high plank. We're almost finished, guys. Left leg floating over the floor, bring it forwards to the left hand, and then our lizard pose. Find that deep stretch into your thigh. Staying here or opening up for that flying splits. So working our way under that leg in front of us. Find the balance, bending in that knee, lifting up. Staying here, straightening out maybe the left leg as well. So super active inside thigh. Pull that leg, hug it into the left side. Okay, nice guys. Releasing the pose, coming back. Hands on the floor, left leg behind. So warrior 3, standing split or pressing up to our handstand. So focus on the hands. On your next exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up. Okay. All right, exhale, release, relax. And finished. So just shake up the body a little bit, take a couple of breaths, maybe a couple of sips of water, and then we're gonna stretch out the body a little bit. When you guys are ready, just sit down on your mats. We're gonna find our seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So from here, bend knees, hands here, pushing forwards if you want to, or straightening out, grab a hold. Trying to find this active pose here. So thighs, flex the feet, bandhas, find the length in the spine, shoulders down, biceps up, pulling with the hands. Keep finding that length. Think your stomach is on your thighs, your chest is on your knees, your face is on your shins, and your top of your head is touching your toes. So keep finding that length. 3, 4, and 5. Release on the exhale. So starting with one of the legs here into cradle the baby. So lifting up, crossing over, just giving yourself a big hug here. Maybe you stay here if this is enough for you, or we can start to straighten out the leg, flex this foot. So hugging, pulling in. You can continue by placing the foot into your elbow and then grabbing around the leg, interlacing the fingers. Remember, keep that foot flexed. So sitting up straight more and more. Pull the shoulders down, open the chest. If you want to go even deeper, start straightening out that knee. Keep the front leg in front of you active. Very nice. Final breath. Stay here if you want to, or we can start to open up to archer's pose. So similar to lizard, but we're sitting, so pulling that knee back. Remember, the more you open the knee here, the easier it is, the closer, the heavier it is. We can start to make our way underneath if you want to, staying here. We can move in towards compass pose if you're ready, or just stay here. So compass would be grab the opposite hand on the foot. Here, the other hand is coming out as some support. Thinking the front of the knee, or sorry, the front of the knee, the front thigh is starting to straighten out that knee, opening up, opening up, opening up. Use the same shoulder as the leg to help pull the leg back behind you. Keep straightening out more and more and more. Rotating that shoulder to open up, get that shoulder stretch. Active leg in front of us. Keep going deeper. If you want to start putting on a twist, you can do that. Okay, releasing the pose here and then changing sides. So cradle or rock the baby, bring in, just hugging here, holding if that's enough, or coming deeper. Remember, flex the foot, protecting the knee, foot against the elbow, inside the elbow, grab a hold, straighten up, shoulders, chest, start straightening that knee. So remember this thing that I'm always talking about the rotation and the inside of the hip, you can be doing that now as well. And then using your hip flexor, the front of your hip to help pull this in. So we can be working on active mobility here as well in this pose. Final breath. Stay here or open up, archer's pose. Here as well, we can be active in that hip, helping to pull back. Make your way underneath the foot, if that feels better. Grabbing the opposite hand as foot, moving into compass pose if you want, or stay here. Straighten out, pull that back for support. Start straightening the knee and go slow here. Give the body a chance to warm up or prepare for this deep opening. And then the more that the body gets used to the certain pose, the certain position, then we might be able to go deeper and deeper. Keep that front leg active. Final breath. And begin to release the pose, shaking out the legs. Okay, coming into our downward facing dog. Bringing one leg to the front between the hands, drop the back knee, or sorry, stay here, runner's lunge, add a twist, or drop the back knee. And then using the hamstring to pull that heel in, grabbing the foot. So here you can be passive if you want to. If you have the energy, use the bandhas, press the glutes forwards, increase that stretch. Keep pulling back with the hamstring, opening the shoulders, biceps up towards the roof, the other one front, towards the front of the mat. Keep pulling, pulling, pulling. And releasing the pose, finding our pigeon. So adjusting the front leg, placing it down in front of us. Now we might be able to come a little bit deeper because of these deep hip openers. The more you're bending the knee, the easier it is. The more you're straightening the knee here. So maybe because the hip is so open now already, we can straighten the knee a little bit more than we're used to. And then walking away over. Okay, releasing the pose. Pressing down into the hands, back to downward facing dog. And then changing legs, spending as much time as you need here, so don't feel rushed. But coming forwards, runner's lunge with a twist, or drop that knee, option to go a bit deeper. And exhale, releasing the pose, and finding our pigeon. Final breath. So you're going to release your pose here. Find the easiest way to just laying down on your back. So one final pose before Shavasana and resting. Soles of the feet down, knees up. We're going to find our twist. So if you have a favorite here, you can go ahead and do that. Or just straighten out one leg, the opposite knee coming over. Straighten out the arm from the shoulder. And then just try to release everything here. And take a few deep breaths. And release the pose, changing sides. Releasing here, doing any final adjustments before Shavasana and rest. So anything that you need, or when you're ready, straightening out and finding our resting position. So while we're laying here, we're going to release the bandhas, release the ujjayi. And then move our awareness back to this idea of presence. So, without judging in any way, forming any particular opinions, we're just going to observe and listen what today's practice has done for the body. And I'll give you guys 3 minutes here to rest. yogis, we can start to come back from where we are, gently moving the body, maybe stretching a little bit, taking a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, rolling over onto one side and making your way up to sitting. Finding a nice, comfortable sitting position, some length in our spine. We have a soft gaze or closing our eyes. Keeping this idea of presence inside of us as we bring our hands together in front of our hearts, and bowing our heads and thanking each other for today. Namaste. All right, guys. Thank you so much for today. Hi, Leah.